Hello dear students, welcome to your chemistry class. Students, this is your syllabus for unit test which will take place in November. This chapter number 5, the language of chemistry. Only this chapter will come in your unit test. If there will be any change, I will intimate you about that. But for now, you have to prepare only this chapter for unit test. Okay. So let's start with the chapter number 5, the language of chemistry. It is on page number 46 of your book. So the language of chemistry is different from ordinary language. Instead of using words and sentences, we use symbols, formulas, equations in chemistry to represent substances and changes they undergo. J. J. Berzelius laid the foundation of this language in the early 19th century, and this language gradually developed into its present form. So our topic is symbols. A symbol is an abbreviation for the name of an element. Symbols of different elements have been derived in three ways. So the symbols that we see, they are derived in three ways. The first one is the first letter in capital of the English name of an element. That is, we are having name of elements on the left: hydrogen, boron, carbon. The first letter of these English names in capital should be written as their symbol. Like hydrogen is having H, boron B, and so on. Second, the first letter along with one more letter of the English name of an element. Like helium is having the symbol He. So there are two words H and E. Neon, Ne, nickel, Ni. Here you have to see one thing, that it is not necessary that just the next word is written. Like helium we are having H and E which are written together. But in magnesium it is not Ma, it is Mg. So you have to keep this in mind, that it is not just the next word. It may be the third word or fourth word, whatever, right? So manganese Mn, aluminium Al, argon Ar, calcium Ca, chromium Cr, cobalt Co, chlorine Cl, zinc Zn, platinum Pt. Here you can see it is the fourth word. Radium Ra. So this is the second way. The third way is one or two letters of the Latin name of an element. So they are also having Latin names. So if a symbol of like sodium, it is Na. We will see that it does not match with its name, but it matches with its Latin name. So it is derived from its Latin name. Sodium, its Latin name is natrium and its symbol is Na. Potassium, its Latin name is Kalium and symbol K. So just go through all of this and you will just know that how these symbols are derived from three different ways. What does a symbol represent? The symbol of an element represents the following. First is an element in particular. Of course, if we are having a symbol of we are having Cl. We know now it represents chlorine. And if we are having a symbol O, we know it represents oxygen. So the first thing that a symbol does is it represents its element. As you know, the symbol of sodium is Na and that of chlorine is Cl. Instead of saying that the compound common salt is made up of the elements sodium and chlorine, you can say that it is made up of Na and Cl. The formula of common salt is NaCl, right? So you can also say that Cu is red brown, whereas Au is yellow, and that Ca is a metal whereas Cl is a non-metal. So you don't need to take the full name of that element, you can only use that symbol. Second is an atom of an element. In formula and equations, a symbol represents one atom of an element. More than one atom in a molecule is shown by a numeral subscript that we have seen now. Like oxygen, it is made up of two atoms of oxygen. So its symbol is O2. In the same way, other elements, right? This is explained in the next section, which we will see. Formulae. The formula of a molecule gives the number or numbers of atoms of the same or different elements present in the molecule. In other words, it tells us how many atoms of which elements have combined together to form the molecule. We will see how. Firstly, formula of elements. When an atom of an element combines with another atom of the same element, if there is one atom of oxygen, it is combining with the same oxygen, like other atom of oxygen, a molecule of the element is formed. That is, a molecule of oxygen is formed. The number of atoms contained in a molecule is called the atomicity of the molecule. एक मॉलिक्यूल में जितने भी नंबर ऑफ एटम्स होंगे वो क्या होगा, उसकी एटॉमिसिटी होगी मॉलिक्यूल की. Molecules of nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and chlorine contain two atoms of the element. So they are represented as N2, O2, F2 and Cl2 respectively and are said to be diatomic. We know that the word di is used when something related to two is there. A common example of a triatomic gas is ozone. So there is three atoms of oxygen combining to form ozone. An atom of a noble gas element, example helium, neon, argon, etc., being highly inactive does not combine with other atoms. We know that the noble gases are unreactive, right? They are very stable, so they don't go on reacting with other elements to form any other compounds. They are very inactive. Hence, a molecule of a noble gas contains only one atom. Therefore, we should remember that noble gases are an exception and there is only one atom in the formula, or we can say that only one atom forms the molecule of a noble gas. In other words, noble gases are monoatomic. The atomicity of phosphorus is 4 and that of sulfur is 8. Next is the valency of an element. The combining capacity of an element with other elements is known as its valency. You have also studied this in your 7th class. It is given by the number of hydrogen atoms that one atom of the element combines with or displaces from a compound. Here they are giving the reference of hydrogen just to make you understand, because hydrogen is having a valency 1, right? So they are telling that it is having a valency 1 and if it is combining with any other, so you will know ki how many hydrogen atoms are combining and you will get to know the valency of the other element with which it is combining. मान लो कि वो क्लोरीन के साथ कंबाइन कर रहा है तो क्लोरीन की भी वैलेंसी 1 है और हाइड्रोजन की भी वैलेंसी 1 है, सो वो एक दूसरे को बैलेंस कर देंगे. अगर कोई ऐसा एलिमेंट है जिसमें हाइड्रोजन के 2 एटम्स जा रहे हैं उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए, तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि उस एलिमेंट की वैलेंसी 2 है, राइट? और डिस्प्लेसेस फ्रॉम अ कंपाउंड. मान लो एक कोई कंपाउंड है जो हाइड्रोजन से ज्यादा रिएक्टिव है, उसने हाइड्रोजन को डिस्प्लेस कर दिया, तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कितने हाइड्रोजन एटम्स डिस्प्लेस हुए हैं. किससे पता लगेगा? क्या पता चलेगा आपको इससे आपको ये पता चलेगा कि जो एलिमेंट ने हाइड्रोजन को डिस्प्लेस करके खुद कंबाइन हुआ है किसी एलिमेंट के साथ, उसकी कितनी वैलेंसी थी. वो कैसे? जितने हाइड्रोजन एटम्स रिमूव हो गए और उसके उतने ही एटम्स कंबाइन हुए होंगे, राइट? सो आपको हाइड्रोजन एटम्स जितने डिस्प्लेस हुए या फिर हाइड्रोजन एटम्स जितने कंबाइन हुए एक पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट से, इससे आपको वैलेंसी पता चल जाएगी. ये सिर्फ एक रेफरेंस के लिए दिया हुआ है. मेन आपने जो वैलेंसी की डेफिनेशन याद करनी है वो यही है, द कंबाइनिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ एन एलिमेंट विद अदर एलिमेंट्स. फाइन. One atom of chlorine combines with one atom of hydrogen to form one molecule of hydrogen chloride. So the valency of chlorine is 1. But one atom, each of oxygen, nitrogen and carbon, combines with 2, 3 and 4 atoms of hydrogen to form a molecule of water, ammonia and methane respectively. Hence the valency of O, N and C are 2, 3 and 4 respectively. On the other hand, an atom of sodium, magnesium and aluminium displaces 1, 2 and 3 atoms of hydrogen respectively from an acid. So the valencies of sodium, magnesium and aluminium are 1, 2 and 3 respectively. जो आपको ऊपर दिया है ना उसको जस्ट इन्होंने एग्जाम्पल के साथ बता दिया है. On the right side, an image is attached for your reference. Here you can see hydrogen and chlorine combining, and they have shown that chlorine is having a valency 1, and oxygen combines with 2 atoms of hydrogen, it is having valency 2. Nitrogen combines with 3 atoms of hydrogen, it is having valency 3. And carbon combines with 4 atoms of hydrogen and it is having a valency 4. जो इसमें नीचे एग्जांपल्स दी हुई हैं सोडियम, मैग्नीशियम और एल्यूमिनियम की, वो क्या कर रहे हैं, वो डिस्प्लेस कर रहे हैं हाइड्रोजन एटम जो कि ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है. मान लो कोई एसिड बना है, राइट, उसमें हाइड्रोजन एटम्स कंबाइन होके वो एसिड बना रहे हैं पर्टिकुलर. जो सोडियम, मैग्नीशियम, एल्यूमिनियम है ना, वो हाइड्रोजन एटम्स को वहां से डिस्प्लेस कर देंगे. और जितने हाइड्रोजन एटम्स डिस्प्लेस होंगे उससे हमें क्या पता चलेगा कि उसकी जो ये सोडियम या जो भी एलिमेंट ऐड हो रहा है उसकी वैलेंसी कितनी है. तो इससे क्या पता चला है कि सोडियम की वैलेंसी 1 है, मैग्नीशियम की 2 है और एल्यूमिनियम की 3 है. Elements with valencies 1, 2, 3, etc. are said to be monovalent, divalent, trivalent, and so on. The valencies of the first 20 elements, that is those having atomic numbers 1 to 20, are given in table 5.1. You can see they are showing that hydrogen firstly, second helium, third lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. They are given with their atomic numbers. When elements are arranged in increasing order of atomic number, we find that their valencies are also arranged in an order as mentioned below. कैसे? The valency gradually rises from 1 to 4 and then falls to 1 and finally to 0. The elements in a column have the same valency. For example, आप जो साइड पे टेबल दिया हुआ है उसको भी साथ साथ में देखते रहो. उन्होंने कहा है कि लीथियम, सोडियम और पोटाशियम एज वेल एज फ्लोरीन एंड क्लोरीन हैव द वैलेंसी 1. कहाँ पे मेंशन है ये तीनों? पहले जो लीथियम, सोडियम और पोटाशियम है यहाँ पे ये मेंशन है, लीथियम, सोडियम, पोटाशियम. वो कह रहे हैं जो एक कॉलम में दिए होते हैं ना उनकी जो वैलेंसी है वो सेम होती है. तो वो कह रहे हैं कि इनकी वैलेंसी है 1. और किसकी वैलेंसी 1 है? फ्लोरीन और क्लोरीन की. ये फ्लोरीन और क्लोरीन दे हैव वैलेंसी 1. सिमिलरली बेरिलियम, मैग्नीशियम एंड कैल्शियम, ये कहाँ पे मेंशन है? ये दीज आर द सेकंड वंस. बेरिलियम, मैग्नीशियम एंड कैल्शियम, इनकी वैलेंसी कितनी है? 2. दीज आर हैविंग वैलेंसी 2. द एलिमेंट्स helium, neon and argon do not combine with other elements and are therefore assigned the valency 0. जो helium, neon, argon है, these are noble gases और ये already क्या है, ये बहुत stable होती है, इनकी कोई इनको जरूरत नहीं होती किसी और के साथ रिएक्ट करके कुछ भी फॉर्म करने की. These elements, these are assigned the valency 0. इनकी वैलेंसी कितनी है? 0. You will later learn that the above kind of trend in a property is known as the periodic nature or the periodicity of the property. The term periodic means appearing at certain intervals. Don't you find that valency has a periodic nature? यहाँ पे ऊपर आपको वैलेंसीज मेंशन की है 1, 2, 3, 4 और उसके बाद फिर से क्या होता है 3, 2, 1 और फिर 0. 0 किसकी है? नोबल गैसेस की. फाइन. नीचे आपको एक टेबल दिया हुआ है उसमें आपको मॉलिक्यूल और उनकी एग्जांपल दी है. मोनोएटॉमिक हीलियम, नियॉन, आर्गन. ऐसा क्यों है? क्योंकि इनका सिर्फ एक एटम होता है जो मॉलिक्यूल बना देता है, जबकि बाकियों में जैसे ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन वगैरह है उसमें 2 एटम्स तो चाहिए ना एक मॉलिक्यूल बनाने के लिए. नीचे एग्जांपल क्या दी हुई है? हाइड्रोजन, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, राइट. ट्राई एटॉमिक ओजोन O3, इसमें क्या जा रहे हैं? 3 एटम्स आ रहे हैं ऑक्सीजन की. टेट्रा एटॉमिक किसकी एग्जांपल? फॉस्फोरस. एंड ऑक्टा एटॉमिक की सल्फर. फाइन. So students, in our next video we will start from here. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.